Hello and welcome back. In today's video I'm going to be showing you the continuation of the yard office build using mount card. I've also changed the plan somewhat because I realised that the way I was doing it wasn't going to be easy to attach the brick paper. So I've created each individual wall and I'll attach the paper to that. So let's get started. So in the last episode we were left with the carcass of the new build of mount card. After I stopped filming I had a number of doubts about whether I'd done the right thing, and actually I wasn't really happy with it completely. One of the problems was that in getting the brick paper on I would have had to have one piece going continuously around the building, which would have been really difficult to match up with all the different corners and joints and openings. And the other thing was that I wasn't happy with the chimney, which I feel should be more of a square. So with that in mind I cut out a bunch of other pieces to create the new one. I'm now going to attach the brick paper to it, and by the end of this episode, as I say, we'll have the carcass put back together again with the brick paper on. So the brick paper I'm using is Model Railway Scenery, and I'll leave a link down in the description for this, and it's an old red brown brick English bond. So we get a number of sheets of it. Because I know that the sides and the ends are roughly about the same width, I should be able to get this out of one bit. And now there's a number of ways of doing this, but the way I was brought up was that you cut out a border and then cut the pieces to wrap round, pretty much like wrapping a present, I think. I'm not sure if you can see any of this, but there's a line at the top with the bricks at a vertical spacing, and then the rest of the sheet is all horizontal spacing, so I'll use this as the bottom edge. And so we need a little bit of a lip round to make sure that we can fold over and cover the corners of it. Can really do with about another 3 inches of depth in the back of my table. Oops. Now, bonus points for the person who can spot my blundering error. Yes, you guessed it, I didn't cut the height of the sides. Okay, so we'll start off with the easiest one first. It's obviously one of those days today. So I'm now going to try using a Pritt stick to glue the paper on. In the past I've used PVA glue. I thought I'd give this a go. See how that works. It's definitely easier than using PVA. You could also use spray mount if you have it. So what I'm going to do with this is I will put this on like so, and then I'm going to cut the corners. Is we will cut it like so, and then bend that over. Okay. Now to any bulges, which thankfully doesn't seem to be any on this. That's our first section. next one is going to be the hardest one because this has got a curved opening in it. Square ones are not so difficult, but definitely curved openings are a lot harder. I'm going to glue the piece rather than the paper, and if I need to I can always add a bit more to the paper. Now I think because this is going to be a lot harder to glue down with Pritt Stick, I'm probably going to end up using the rocket glue just to tack down the bits on the inner side. But I think it's much better to use Pritt Stick on the outer edges because you don't get the same amount of liquid in the paper. Right. Now I could be a cheapskate and try and butt those up. I think that would probably be too difficult. So I'm going to cut some fresh, but I'll obviously use that in something else. Again, we'll use Pritt Stick on the outside wall. So now we've got two faces on one side. And it's just a case of gluing up the basic structure. Once I've glued up the basic structure, then I can then add the roof, etc., and start on the chimney. Doesn't look too shoddy. And the last one. give that a moment to dry, and that should be it. So I had a roof cut out already on the previous one, but I'm not going to use this because I want it to be flush to the walls. But you get the idea. I could do with some light that comes from here maybe. Anyway, it doesn't look like much, but I'm going to leave it there because I want to speed up the process of doing the modelling and also kind of bringing the videos out. So they may be a bit kind of shorter in what I'm actually doing, but I'm hoping to kind of speed things along a bit. It's kind of getting a balance between doing the modelling and recording the videos, because the video time takes a lot longer to kind of organise and do than it does actually the modelling. But my kind of aim and goal now is to try and speed up the process so you can see things actually kind of moving on a bit quicker, and also I can get on to the exciting parts of kind of laying track and stuff. So I'll leave it there for the moment and hope to see you in the next one. So the next video in this series will be the completion of this building, and I'll be showing you the detailing and also what I've learnt from it, and also comparing it to the previous model as well. If you've enjoyed this video, you could leave a like, and if you want to see more from the channel, click on one of the videos on screen now, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.